the same position I have with the people sitting in front. I confronted him. Why is he sitting here when Tinubu is not here? You understand? If I was sitting there, I would not stand up for him. Because Tinubu is the one who's supposed to be here. You can't be running Nigeria for presidency in absentia. You and Abacha. That's my position.
You know the way I was yesterday?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Between realism and truth are two different worlds.
No, I'm part of the truth.
I stood by what I stood for yesterday and tomorrow.
It's the same thing I stood for because I was a student union leader when you guys were rampaging the country.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Leadership.
Very good.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Where have you had?
He knows now. I'm just telling you what I told him.
No matter what, when truth is being told, we must recognize it. The only thing is that some people are just so loyal to a fault. Irrespective of what you think about Sowore, it's making a point. It's making a very, very valid point. Then how can APC explain why Tinubu could not even make that meeting again? And Tinubu, Shettima just went to go and cack inside. Are you the president? Are you the presidential candidate? You are just the vice presidential candidate. And we know the position of the vice in this country. It is just a spare tire. And for the fact that Shettima is having that boldness to say he's going to be in charge of security, the position of number one citizen or number one position in this country is they called it whether GCFR or something. It is the position of the president, irrespective of anything. Now that Shettima is trying to usurp the power that is going to be in charge of security, is he a military or retired military man or what? Or has he been inside, into security? Even why Goodluck Jonathan, they called all of those people, that kind of people, bloody civilian because they don't have a military background. He was still the GCFR no matter what. Not to talk of Shettima. You are now saying you are going to be in charge of this. Sowore is right. You went to go and sit down in the front, replacing who? Was he sick? Why was he not there? And at some point, we learned that he's being spotted somewhere in London. Yeah? If we are to go with that picture, we saw Tinubu with Akonde and one other person smiling. The other day, when they were supposed to go for this NBA event, he couldn't go. But the next day, he was in London. The same thing. What are they hiding? This is the man they claim to be intelligent. Then what are you hiding? What are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Well, I know some people will not like the way Sowore talks. But that's just the reality. You should be able to tell yourself the truth. All of you who call yourself APC supporters, tell yourself the truth. How can you be hiding if you in your bad down if you are sure of your jazz, you go come and say, see, let us come together. Let everybody come and showcase his power. Soft reminder, as you turn 30 this year, remember that Buhari got into power when you were 23. Also remember that whoever you vote in will have power when you are 38. The choice of both life and your children's life is yours to make. Vote wisely. Peter Obi is the real deal. Okay. He who has here, let him hear. Everyone is entitled to his opinion. This man, Bonosi go there to show say he be whatever. Okay, can't you be serious for once? Who is not serious? I don't know. Sowore is supposed to be our next president of Nigeria. I'm very smart and confident. I love you. I salute Sowore. They just say shall be vindicated. Whoa, democracy is democracy. Just introduce your manifesto and let people decide. I feel Tinubu is just running from media, so he doesn't get to be asked a question he feels will jeopardize his chances of getting a second position in the coming election. But he can't run away from it. The more he runs away, the more they try to hide him, the more they are exposing themselves, and the more they are even discouraging some people. Because we have a lot of majority of the people who are still on the fence. They don't even know where to swing. They're just looking at everybody. Okay. At the end, at the diamond, you just hear some people say, oh, this is where I want to pitch my tents. And some people who must have been crying for close to 4 years, oh, we are going to vote for Tinubu, we are going to vote for this person. Before you know it, they will begin to change their mind. Wow, this guy Sowore is bold and confident. Just loving him for that very courageous man. This Tinubu get mind o. So when he finally become a president, na Shettima go dey represent am. Baba ti tọ̀ sí lára wọn. Okay, everywhere is leaking. Okay o. Sowore thought he's still a student leader. He should grow up and learn about politics. Baba wey know where if they shout Emilokan. Can you imagine? Well, where is his oga? Where is Shettima? Shettima oga. So you are no more shouting Biafra or death. Yes. So if why the shout of this thing? The shout is because of injustice now. So let's see whether the injustice will be meted. What about your brothers that shouted Oduduwa Republic? Yes, so it's no more shouting. It's any other question. What again? You don't forget Alliance for Democracy, Action Congress, and Devilish APC. Tribalism has taken over your lineage. Tinubu will never smell as rock. Just mark it. People should just be calming down. Stop fighting yourself. These guys are not worth fighting for. I feel Tinubu is he's just running from the media. Yes. One thing is that you are just seeking attention. Sowore is seeking attention. You might call it the way you want it, but the truth has been said. Irrespective of whose us is God, irrespective of who is saying it, that is it. The problem with all of you, majority of you, is that you are so loyal to nonsense, loyal to a fault. Somebody who you like, if the person is doing wrong, you come out and say no, you got it wrong. But all of you, leave him alone. You know that the person has done wrong. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. For how long are you going to continue like that? Leave him alone. Leave him alone. It's not helping. It's not even helping all of you who are shouting here and there. You are still shouting poverty. You are still shouting pain. What do we call that? So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.
I stood by what I stood for yesterday and tomorrow.
It's the same thing I stood for because I was a student union leader when you guys were rampaging the country. That doesn't matter. It does matter.
Leadership.
Very good.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Where have you had?
He knows now. I'm just telling you what I told him. You and Abacha. That's my position.
You know the way I was yesterday?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Between realism and truth are two different worlds.
No, I'm part of the truth.
I stood by what I stood for yesterday and tomorrow.
It's the same thing I stood for because I was a student union leader when you guys were rampaging the country.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Leadership.
Very good.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Where have you had?
He knows now. I'm just telling you what I told him.